Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop today. A treat especial. Yes, they cannot all be treat especials, but this one is on account of letting me through the border hole. Us filthy frostbacks coming in and stealing your sweet, sweet Chinesium. And by stealing, I mean throwing down proper legal tender. Look at this. She's a beauty. A ZT with the proper flicker. And yes, I forgot to press record. I was smiling like a kid never been to town. The glitz, the glam, the homeless dude defecating on the street. We have an abrasive cutoff saw, tool only, and that, as they say, is time! Surmounted in a petrochemical plastique, we refer to the back of the box for the known by the state of cancer to cause California new warning. This product, if you'd focus, you fuck. There we go. This product can expose you to chemicals, including Bud Light. Speaking of homeless dudes, I'm starting to get offended at that term thrown around. I find it's dehumanizing. I'm taking back the moniker of bum. God bless them crazy bums. What you see, driving to work, kind of keeps you on the straight and narrow. Us happy taxpayers salute you. That's a perfect illustration of what happens when a problem gets politicized. It grows and grows and grows. Under a thin veneer of bleeding heartism, at least it's laid bare for all to see. There's no hiding the fact that as soon as you get a politician sniffing blood in the water, it just gets worse. Cute little hobby motor in there, or brushed tool motor. Essentially the same thing with a flux ring. And a little screen on the front. Prevent the bits and bobs from going and getting sucked in through the fan. As an aside, and if you'll allow me a brief digression, well, an additional digression, I've had this mill Fuggy nigh on a year. Just leave her on the bench and she comes in mighty handy. You can see I've factory deleted all the safety accoutrements as well as the reverse no longer chooches. Super useful. It's got the 12 volt battery. In this case, it's got the 20 volt battery, quite a bit bigger on the gland end and not brushless. We see the shaft just runs through and there's a little cogwheel here just to lock it in place. That hits, these dogs hit on that pin in order to lock it in place so you can change the abrasive wheel. Now the abrasive wheels are sold separately. You don't even get one, so you gotta buy a pack of these. Now the top head is affixed with a proper fastener and an L bracket. And pressed and punched steel. Forgive my tongue-tangulation. Maybe not. Quite straightforward from the battery terminals onward, exactly as you'd expect. Now you would think that you could just have a micro switch or a switch in there and you wouldn't need a confuser. Unfortunately, the lithium battery technology is quite apt to explode. So it needs some sort of brain box in order to not over discharge and not blow up. Pop that out. The switch itself is on a linkage. We see a POM marking here, but that's acetyl, and that is very dimensionally stable. And you can see there's a nice snap action. And by C, I mean here. It's a nice snap action. 4 contacts, only 2 of which are being used. Now we got the motor controller, a bunch of passive components, lots of Celastic. Lots of conformal coating. It's interesting. It's quite a small board, and rather than having heat sinking through vias, like so, I've gone and put standoffs and a heat sink on the back of these half-bridge MOSFETs. Just ORF, no reverse. Okay, got her back together. We're gonna give her the old half a turn fart, let the smoke out test. I am a big fan of these slide latch switches, or alternatively, I hate the Jesus things because invariably they stop working. Now, this is the opposite of a dead man switch, where if you let go of it, it stops turning. So this might not be legal in some jurisdictions because this is a Widowmaker switch. You can click it on and it clicks on. You can put it, it keeps running. These are fantastic because for operator fatigue, you don't got to keep the actuator depressed in order to get the thing spinning a thing. You understand what I'm saying? On the converse of that is that when it stops latching on its own, or it vibrates loose and you're working away and it keeps dying on you, that's a pain right in the cunning linguals. So I both hate this kind of switch and love it. That is yet another example of the ambivalence of human consciousness. I want to get up off the couch and get some exercise, but I also would prefer to sit on the couch and eat some Doritos. I like the switch, and I also hate it. Fix. So when you buy the Milwaukee, you get the reverse action so you can shoot the sparks in a different direction. Kind of nice. You got to decide for yourself if that feature is worth the extra doll hairs. Piece of junk. Don't cut carbide for shit. Let's put something more amenable to abrasion. Not to worry. They make those in factories every day. Oh, that's no bueno. Well, the proof in the pudding's in the eating of the currents. That Bauer ain't no fucking good at all on control. The control system shuts you down. You just get warmed up. Pretty rare. Some engineer puts in a feature in a tool, makes it wholly unusable. This thing, well, compared to a Dremel, I guess it'd be shitting fire and farting matchsticks, but compared to the Milwaukee, what a pain right in the cunning linguals. You just get her heated up and shuts down on you. I prefer to be able to smell the fancy blue smoke coming out of her before I throttle back. This, to me, makes it unusable on account of it continually torquing out. That'll drive you right round the bend. You end up throwing this through somebody's head. The OSHA claim in there somewhere. Thanks for watching. It's really too bad. They are cheap. Keep your dick in a vice.